on how to get high-end job. And now we are going to look at giving back to the society. We're going to discuss about community service. In the course of our presentations in the morning, most of the presenters have hinted or pointed out the impact of community service in our lives and on our career. Now we're going to look at how we're going to do that, God willing. Even though we have challenge with our network, with a projector, but I will try to go through what we have. The points that we have, the presentation will go as follows. We have an introduction. We're going to look at how we understand the context of giving back. We're going to look at self-awareness. We're going to look at why do you need to go for community service. We're going to look at the mega trends that are affecting the world presently, from technology, population expulsion, and other things like that. We're going to look at some models. We're going to look at ideas and tools that you need to perfect your community service, and we'll conclude with that. Now, the first question I want to ask you all is, why are we here, please? Why are you here as a person? Yes. Any volunteer? Why are you here? Yes, you can stand up. You stand up, please. Okay, so you're here to learn things that will shape your mentality and approach to life in such a way that is in how to affect your future life. Any other person? To get enlightened, get new ideas towards self-development. From the other side, I don't know why the ladies doesn't like to talk. You're hiding a lot from us. You. Okay, you want to learn how to get scholarships. Hope you have learned that. It's okay. Now, the next slide is showing my feeling presently, that I'm excited. I'm happy to stand in front of you to share the little I know, because I believe it's going to change your lives. I believe, inshallah, it's going to change your lives. Okay, I think it's here. Okay. So this one, I want you to see this one really, because it's, okay, I think it's coming off, alhamdulillah. So this one is just as an introduction, I said. It's just for us to learn our situation. What are you seeing here? Map of what? Nigeria, representing different geopolitical zones that we have. This map is depicting the poverty rate in Nigeria and how the poverty is distributed in this country. Where are we? Where is the location of Bauchi? Northeast. Where is Kano? What can you say about the poverty rate? You can see that from the statistics that we have, that is the data analyzed in 2010, which was released by MBS. The poverty rate in Northeast is up to 74%, 74.5%. That is, if you take every 100 people, 74% of them are living under $1 a day. When you go to Northwest, you have 77.6%. But look down, what do we have there? Down to South-South, Southeast, or Southwest, we have the lowest poverty rate, which is around 39.8%. It's just for us to ponder and to have a thinking on our situation. Now, this one is about education or literacy. Look at the worst state and look at the best ones. Can you see what we have? Can you see the distribution? Look at it by gender. You have Southwest, women literacy is up to 82%. When you come to our places, Northwest, Northeast, you see 28 and 23%. Likewise, in the male literacy level, we have this one as unemployment rate. This one is the countrywide. Look at how it's rising. We have said earlier on today that the president himself said that there are no more jobs in the public service or in the civil service. So if you want to get a job, you have to strive hard to employ yourself. And this one is evident. You can even see unemployed graduates around you. This one is also another statistics that I want us to ponder about. The first one is saying diaspora remittance. Do you know what is remittance? Remittance. This one is talking about the money that is coming inside the country by citizens like you. You are working in the United States, you are sending money to your family members here in Nigeria. It accounts for, in 2020, when there was COVID, you know COVID go? Nobody is going to work and the rest of it. The only people that are working are very few that have some special skills. In 2020, the budget of Nigeria is not more than $25 billion. And the whole diaspora remittance in that year, even though there was lockdown and the rest of it, is up to $25 billion. That is equivalent to Nigerian budget. And where is this money going to? The whole of that money, at least 80 to 90% is going to the southern region of Nigeria. So some people are there working, sending money to their family that is equivalent to the budget of the whole country, the money that will be distributed to state governments, federal government, and the rest of it. Just have a rethink. And look at this one. Nigerians working in oil and gas sector. On average, they said they have almost 10,000 staff. International oil companies that are working in Nigeria and other oil servicing companies that we have. They have almost 10,000 staff, and 70% of them came from one geopolitical zone. And I'm sure that geopolitical zone is not northwest, it's not northeast. It's neither northwest nor northeast. The amount that they get as salary and other allowances is almost, per annum, is around 350 billion naira, which is equivalent to combined budget of Kano and Bauchi State. And you have another one. In 2019, there was Chevening Scholarship. You know Chevening Scholarship? In the course of the presentation of scholarship, it was introduced to you. It's a scholarship given by British government to members of Commonwealth, the whole world. There were 49 Nigerians succeeded in that application, and only 5% came from the north. There is this Erasmus Mundus, where they gave 40 scholarships to Nigerians, only 2 are northerns. And there is this one. I don't know, this one is just a question. Please, among you, if in your house or in your very close neighborhood, you know anybody working in an international NGO, United Nations agency, please, I want his hands up. United Nations, just a full stop. What of any multinational? Among the multinationals that we have, General Electric, Microsoft, Huawei, McKinsey. Do we have any? What of the telecom industry? How many among your family members or your neighborhood do you have working with MTN, Etisalat, Airtel? None? What of startups? Do you have anybody that is holding any startup within your community? You don't know. Aviation sector. The least what? Continuous. These ones, I'm only giving you this so that you can what? Ponder about it and know the situation that we are
here in the north. So we need to have a rethink on how we approach life, on how we address issues. With this kind of dangerous statistics, you cannot argue with anyone insofar you are sensible that this is the reason why we are what? Poor. At least if you have somebody within your family that is working in any of these places, even if he did not assist anyone, he will assist himself, his wife, tunda dan boko ne ya taimaka dangin matarsa. Is it not true? At least if you do that, ka taimaka mutane. Sannan the other part shine somebody can look up to him to aspire for him. Yace wannan gayan yana jin dadi, I will become something like him. Ta yayi reaching wannan abu. So we are lacking in all these things, and they are very, very possible. Now, coming to another thing is, what do you think, what is successful life to you? This is just a thinking, it's just a question. What do you think when you said somebody is successful, how do you measure success in your life? Is it about money? Comfort? This guy said comfort. You? Okay, wanda yake da wankakkiyar zuciya ko? Clean mind. Any other person? What is success to you? Being useful to the society. Good. To achieve your set goals. So, okay, we're going to see what success is all about. Now, the next question is that you are sitting here, should you die today, what difference will it make in the world? Will there be any change on how things are taking place? Never? Then you have to think, probably you better die now. If you are dying, it's not going to make any difference in the world. The next one, how do you want to be remembered when you are gone? Will you be remembered the way? Will you be remembered that way? Should you die now? How do you wish to be remembered when you are dead? What kind of memory do you want to leave behind? Or what kind of legacy? Okay, so that people remember you. Should you die today, will that memory be there for you? Then you are sleeping. You need to wake up. Now, what and who do you consider most important in your life? Who is the most important person in your life? Yourself? Your mom? The next question is, what fraction of your time do you dedicate to her? Facebook ya fita, whether you like it or not. WhatsApp ya huwa barka. Because you give more time to Facebook and WhatsApp than your mom. So you better go and check yourself. You are lying. Assuming you are privileged to know you have only 6 months left, what will you do differently? And how will you spend your time? Kawai yanzu aka rubuta maka aka ce maka Ibrahim yau saura kwana wata 6 ka mutu. Masallaci? Yes, what will you do in aka ce kana da 6 months to survive? Ka koma ga Allah. Okay? So these are all questions that we need to be asking ourselves day in, day out. If you want to live a successful life, let's have one class, please. If you want to live a successful life, you need to sit down, have continuous self-introspection, set your goals, and see how far you are firing on that one. Because they have no calendar. You can die now. If you want to be remembered the way you are living now, it's left to you. If your death will not make any difference, then you are as useless as. Gara ma ka mutu a ruwa yanda ba za a wahala wajen yi maka sutura ba. People will not suffer su je su yi wannan. Now to our topic, which is giving back. We're going to look at what is it about, what has the society given me, why will I give back to the society, why does it matter, how do I do it, where and when, how does it give it, what does it take to give back, who comes to mind when giving back is mentioned. Wa kake tana idan an ce wani mai hidimar al'umma? Kanka kake tana ko wani? Akwai matsala. So we're going to look at this since we are Muslims. One of the best hadiths that I like is this one. Read it out, please, for yourselves. The best of mankind are the most useful of them. Khairun nas, may yanfa'un nas. Who said this, please? The best of mankind. Go. Shi ya fada. Annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wanda idan dai kana son ka tsira in this world and the hereafter, you follow his footsteps. Yace the best of mankind is that who benefit others. In yace others anan bai ce ma mai amfanin musulmi kadai ba, mai amfanin kirista ba, mai a'a, in so far you benefit people, a wajen Allah ka fi kowa. Do you get my point? So if you want to be the best of mankind, you need to sit up, you need to go and start what? Benefiting people. In ka san yau in ka mutu, wanda za su yi kuka kawai 'yan gidanku ne ko masu ma kukan za su yi a ido, su ɗan yi murna daga can cewa wannan gayan ya tafi, then wallahi kana ruwa. So giving back is about being useful to others. This one is the best act of selfishness. When you give back when you give to people, God is going to what? Reward you in a number of ways, in multitude ways. It's about making the society better. It's about being selfless. You know selflessness. It's about making a difference in the life of people. It's about adding value to the society. It's about giving contribution. It's also about living legacies that people will make the world a better place. We're going to make some reflections on some individuals and see what were they successful in life and what happened, were they rich. This is a question. Why should I give back? Me aka yi maka? Masu zagin Najeriya. Me aka yi muku? Ba abin da ta yi maku? Akalla dai ta baka waje you are living, kana zuwa makaranta, and the rest of it. And why you should give back is that, why ya haife ka? Kai ka haifi kanka? Ka taɓa akwai jariri a gidanku? Ƙaramin yaro? Ka ga yadda ake masa? So you have to know that duk abin da kai a duniya, wani ne ya maka. That person is not expecting any reward from you. In fact, if you're considering your parents, the higher you grow, at this critical age, by age in the iyaye suke zama cikin tashin hankali kamar ages ɗinku. So if you want to make your parents happy, you cannot pay, you have to sit up ku zama useful. Ba sa iya bacci. In ka samu kari uba babanka ya sani, wallahi sai ya fi ka damuwa. Do you get my point? So you have to sit up to make sure that you give back, because a lot of people have given to you. Wani ne gyara hanya ka zo kai, wani ne gina hall din nan ka zo ka shiga. Do you get what I'm saying? Wani ne haɗa wannan program din ka zo kake participating. A lot of things. Wani ne je noma baka sani ba, ya je wajen noman nan maciji ya sare shi ya mutu, amma you eat food. Do you get my point? So you have every reason to give back to the society, because what you are enjoying is the hard work of others, it's the sweat of others that doesn't even know you, even if you paid. There was a time da ake faɗa in history da aka shiga wani bala'in yunwa a duniya. It came to a level that somebody will sell his house to get something to buy to eat. Is not possible. Just consider that. You have the money, but you cannot get the food to buy that food. So somebody has suffered, and people are always suffering for you to survive. Now here are some examples of some people that I interacted with and some I read about. The first person is somebody I really like him. We call him a Bakar gentleman. He's from an Almajiri house. He is physically challenged. He used crutches to move. Do you get it? He surmounted all that challenge to do his NCE. If you know the amount of distance he is covering from his local area to the school he did, you'll be surprised. All by his leg. He finished with a very good grade. He was lucky he got employed. Immediately he enrolled into his degree. He suffered. He's even still suffering. Last time I was passing by in our local area, I saw him gathering young children from less privileged houses. A bakin kwata. Kawai dan dandamali ya tara ya dan gayyato wasu. Ce gentleman me wannan? Yace yaran ne ga san iyayensu ba za su iya kai su makaranta ba. Amma sun je shirme ake koya musu. So nan yake tara su yana koya musu literacy da numeracy. I met with him a day before I started coming here. He said, yanzu yaran sun kai wajen 200 and they are faring very well in the community. Da kuɗi yayi ko da me? Da me yayi? The resources da yake da shi were available to him. Can't you do that? But are you doing it? Didn't you have people that are out of school in your community? Are you not better than so many other people? What are you doing with your time? Out of the 2 hours that you use with using Facebook, you can dedicate an hour or 30 minutes out of that time to make differences in other people's life. The next one is UKR Foundation. This is an organization that we founded. What we do is that a handful of people, we contribute on a monthly basis, very meager amount, 1,000 thereabout. We started around 2012. The achievements that we made are unimaginable. We were able to sponsor somebody that started from level 1 up to his final year. The job he got is by far, the salary he's earning is by far more than 70% of the contributors. Isn't that an achievement? Wouldn't that make you happy? And the organization was able to free more than 30 inmates. Apart from empowerment that it gives to you women, so many other things like that. Little contribution. Because of that, I even made a presentation last time, the value of little money. If it's only on my 1,000 or my 500, it cannot go to that extent. But bringing other people together with 100 naira, 100 naira, 200 naira, you can make a huge what? Difference. And there's also Bua. You know Bua? Alhaji Abdul Samad, ko shi wannan Alhaji ne babban mutum. I think recently yace ya ware dala miliyan 100. Ka san dala miliyan? Dala fa. Biliyan 50 kenan. Biliyan, ka san biliyan go? Miliyan sau 50. To ita ce ya ware zai yi community service. Kai wa kaza ga da ba za ka dage ka nema kai ba. And we have, this is a friend and a mentor, Najib A. Gambo. He graduated from Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. He's the one that linked me off with Dr. Nawar while we are planning for this event. What I like most with him is that what he knows shine ya san IT tools ne yanda za ake perfecting abubuwa da waye at every point in time. Inda ya ga wani abu da zai taimaka wa aikinka da yake IT tool ne sai ya koya maka. Kawai na ganin kana abu kaza kai wani if you wouldn't mind akwai tool kaza, I can give you coaching ko kuma ku arranging, I will come for a presentation. He had a program last time in Kano. Kawai yana to waye mun waya ce, please can I organize some 30 people yana son ya zo koya musu akan some productivity tools. Just what me yake da shi? Knowledge, and willing to give it out. The next one is Muhammad Yunus. Do you know Muhammad Yunus? Wanda ke munan fa duk wallahi mun samu matsala. You don't read. When last did you read a book from cover to cover? Ba lecture note ba. Duk wanda ya san ya karanta littafi last month ya daga mun hannu. Wow. Ko dan littafin nan na soyayya banda kai na tilas ne, you have to read, otherwise you perish. You are a literature student. If you don't read, kai ma ka daga hannunka in sai dai na tambaya guda 20 ka karanta ko 50. Else people like Erufai, gwamna ne ko ka san dai ba kai shi commitment ba, each and every day kafin ya fito office sai ya karanta 50 pages. Yes. You need to read. If you don't read, za ku mutu ne kuna ka gani marasa amfani. Because you learn a lot from people. You get it? This guy Muhammad Yunus, kun san abin da ake kira microfinance bank? To shi ne ya kirkire shi. Kawai ya ga talauci around his community. Do you get it? So they started thinking, how do we help these people out? shi sa har aka bashi ya sunansa laureate ne ko wane ne medal din da ake barawa na duniya wanda suka making impact. Nobel Prize, exactly. So he started, ya zo ana ba mata branche suna da shi haka. A haka ya zama multi-billionaire, sannan kuma ya taimaki mutane, shine father na microfinance bank. Ana magana ina tan ya fitar da mutane over 100 million people from poverty. Just imagine, sama da mutum miliyan 100 ka fitar da su daga talauci. Kaga aljanna ai sai da ka zaba. In dai dan Allah in ba haka ba kuma. So the next one is Abdullah Abdulwahab. Aboki ne kuma kanunmu. What he's doing now presently ran da nake mishi magana ta WhatsApp da na ga yana wani advert. Nace Abdullah, is high time you register this organization. His interest is in providing water to communities. The industry the problem na ruwa. Virtually that is his project. Say some little interventions akan masallaci. In kuna da gyaran masallaci ko waye masallaci a ƙauyuka remote area, you go and do that. Wani those shine kawai zai zo yaje community ko kuma in yaje akai yaje dan crafting labari around it ga mutanen waje kaza, they need water, they don't have it, kawai ya saka a status ɗinsa a Facebook da WhatsApp. Before you know it sai ga ya saka an turo 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Ba shi bai ma san adadin yanzu rijiyoyin da ya gina ba. Ba za ka iya ba? CNN Heroes. Akwai shirin da CNN suka fito da shi na CNN Heroes, suna awarding heroes unsu each and every year, December. I think it should be 25th or 31st suke yin award now. They go around the world. Za su iya zuwa hannun in labarin su ya kawo maka. Suna tattaro mutanen da suka yi making impact akan rayuwar mutane. People that are change makers. Do you get it? So I think last year also, the story I want to give you shine akan na wani particular person. He's a poor man. Ma'aikaci ne, normal ma'aikaci talaka. Ka san da ma'aikaci talaka ne. Especially na gwamnati. So what he does shine ya san yanda muke da wannan out of school children ko kuma street yara, muna duk duniya akwai, banda irin su Isra'ila, su wannan artificial settlement ne. So streets na America sai zuba yan littafansa a bayan motarsa, ka gane, kayan rubutu, sai zo nan kwana sai dan tattara yan yaran da suke zaune a wannan kwanar, ya zo ya tattara su ya ba su abinci, ya koya musu me rubutu da karatu. In suka dan yi awa 1, awa 2, awa 3 sun koya, ya bin musu littafin sai ya tashi tafi wani wajen. That's what he does. So da suka zo aka yi rating ina ta mutum 10 suka bawa, sai suka ce shine best. Akwai wanda sun investment akan humanity over 2.5, over in billions. Do you get it? But ba abin da yake canza humanity kamar education. If you change one person, baka san shi kuma tasirin da zai zo yi a duniya ba. We have Abdullahi Abubakar Lamido. He used his place of job. Ya zo ya creating wani, what do you call it, multi-purpose organization. The last time da suka yi annual general meeting ina tan suna da kuɗi over 240 million. Sannan sun sayo mutane sun fi 100 hanyar mallakar fili. Do you get it? So sai na tambaye shi, na ce masa, na ce Amir, wannan abin na kuwai ba za ku ɗan yi documentin ku ɗan sa yan photographs ku yayyada ba, ka san tasirin abin da kuka yi, so that other people can copy. So wherever you go, you have to think on your feet. Kaga, what can you do to bring change to the lives of people? And we have Usman bin Affan. This labarin masu kuɗi yana da daɗi. Har yau, har gobe, ana cin dukiyarsa. Allahu Akbar. Ya ba da waƙafi. Kun san ba investment ɗin da ya kai tsada a duniya kamar yaƙi. He sponsored the largest troop during the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya sai rijiya da ana kiyasta kuɗinta yanzu 1 billion ya siye ta. Wannan naira ta ku biliyan 1. Ya bar waƙafi, yanzu akwai bank account da aka buɗe masa, banki ma aka buɗe saboda dukiyar da ya bari, har yanzu tana nan fa. In dai za ka je su maka kai wani hajji, kai wani umara, ko kana so ko baka so, sai ya samu lada. Do you get it? Bank account ne kawai ana yin wasu services da suna addini. Why can't you think of doing things similar to that? We have a lot of people. Do you get it? So we need to get out. I had wanted to play this video, but I don't know whether time will permit us. It's just, let's see. Okay, na kare ma? Baka biya kudin sinima bane. Hope you are getting the lesson, the message. Da Allah ku tafa masa duk da bayana. Is this not inspiring? Da Allah da cikin ku wanda duk bokon ka kuma zagin mu wallahi Allah ya tsine maka. Ba zagi ake wa mutane if they are doing something wrong, but you work. Al'ada yan boko shine kawai ka je Facebook ka ce yan arewa yan iska ne, mu da ƙiƙai ne, ba ma komai duk zagin duniya ka kare mana shi. What have you done to change it? It's not that ba ma yan abubuwan da ba daidai, but what contribution have you made towards changing this situation? Look at this guy, what he did.
Nizam karfe nawa yanzu? Okay. Okay, let's.
Ba zai yi ba ko?
So one of the lessons here is that when you are given out, you should not be thinking of reward. And you don't need to have much before you can do what? Give out. And you can even do what? Sacrifice. You can also sacrifice. At the point of need, can you see what she's also using crutches. So idan ka san ba za ka iya taimako ba sai kana buƙatar wani abu kana ruwa. The next one is saying that you have not lived today until you have done something to someone who can never repay you. In dai da abin da aka yi maka sai an biya ka, za ka yi, wallahi tallahi baka da amfani. A very useless person. Very useless person. Somebody you have not paid what was done to you.
So you also need to what? Wannan mutane masu kwana a wajen zaka iya gaje ringa sai musu bargo lokacin sanyi ko ku ringa hada kudi da abokan ku ana raba musu. Not for ourselves alone, we are born. Now, this one is a challenge. Do you have problem in your school? Do you have problem in your community? Do you have problem in Bauchi State? Do you have any problem with Nigeria? A number of them. What have you done to change these narratives? Nothing. Ko sai lamentin. Sai zagi. Sorry, Alej. Now, what I want you to do is this. Outline 3 problems that you are most disturbed about. You can be disturbed about 100 problems, but I just want you to outline 3. Within your local community, a ungoku, wani problems ne guda uku kawai zaka iya rubuta su wannan suka fi damun ka. Write it please. Da sauri sharp. The next one shine in Bauchi State. You are from Bauchi go? Write 3 problems da suke damun ka da Bauchi as a whole. The next one shine ka rubuta 3 problems da suke damun ka with Nigeria as a whole. If you cannot write this one within 1 minute, ba wanda kake so a cikin su. Because if you have problem, yanzu kana jin yunwa, you don't need to kafin a faɗa ka fara ma zazzare ido. So ko wannan ku ya rubuta. The next one shine kai mun arranging din in order of priority. If you will get chance today, which of them will you start to address? Wanne kake so kai kaga ya tafi yanzu? A community naku, sannan a ya sunansa, a bawun jihar ku, sannan kuma a kasar ku. So wannan da shi ake mafin passion. If you want to know the work that you need to start, you do it in this manner. Then I'm going to give you the tools that you're going to use in selecting the particular project and how do you even plan for it. Now, the next question is, in each case, identify 3 key persons responsible for the problem. One shine stakeholder analysis. So ya kake ganin suna da tasiri mutum uku. It can be persons, it can be group, it can be government, it can be anyone. Just 3 groups or individuals that I felt are responsible for that problem. I'm going in Aigawa.
Because really, I know.
Now, these are the qualities of a good change agent. You need to have passion for what you're doing. You need to have self-discipline. You need to be patient and persevere. You need to be curious. You need to have humility. You need to have focus and commitment. These are the mega trends impacting the world. We have population growth, rapid population growth. We have urbanization. Mutane 'yan ƙauye suna dawowa birni su cika gari. Akwai climate change. Akwai global shift in economic and political power. Ana ta struggling waye zai kwace duniya. And we have technology that is rendering people jobless. If you don't have digital skills nowadays, you are illiterate. So you need to sit up. So these are the tools that you can use in identifying the project that you need to go into. One, there is what we call need analysis. Wanda da yawa gwamnatocin mu ba sa yi. That's why in kaje institutions din yanzu aka zuwa kaje ka tare da wani lab din an kawo equipment sun fi shekara 20, nobody used them. They were brought without need analysis. An zo an yi ginin da ba malaman da za su yi aiki a kansa, ba yi shi da need analysis ba. So kai da za ka yi aikin da kake son ya tasiri, you need to carry out what we call need analysis. Ka duba ka ga me buƙatar wannan mutanen ta ainihi. Then you address shi ne za ka ga ya zama useful. Akwai hanyoyi da yawa na need analysis, akwai tree analysis. Wannan shi abin da zai maka shine ka gane in a ce me wannan problem da muke da shi a nan, sai ka ce akwai yara masu bara. It's not the problem. Wannan fruits ne na problem din. Akwai stem din sannan akwai root. So if you want to take it from the roots, kakkarin ga manifestation da ake kawai a zo a yi fesa maganin sauro. Ba a gyara magudanar ruwa ba. Zai taba tafiya? Ko a zo a lailaye kwalta a gefen ta ba drainage. Me aka yi? By addressing root in the flooding ba. So then you have SWOT analysis where you have you look at your strengths, weakness, the opportunities that you have, and the threats that are confronting you. Then you design how you work on them, you work around them, then you plan how to implement. Wannan tools ne da suke taimaka maka wajen ka tsara wani program, ya za ka yi program ɗin. In ka za matsala ne, watakila strengths ɗinka kawai kana da abokai, ba ƙaramin strengths ba ne. Ko ka yi student union, ka san kana da network. Do you get it? ka iya turanci, ka iya rubutu, strengths ne. Then you can find some people that are filling in gap ɗinka na weakness ɗinka. We have skills inventory. Ka duba haka kai wani skills kake da su. Me nake da shi? Kana da su beyond measure. Kakkare ne duk wani abu da Allah ya baka. Documented ka ga me zaka iya amfani da shi wajen cin nasara, ko da iya surutu ne. It's important. Yanzu what I'm doing to you kawai surutu ne ko? So I can use it to make a difference in your lives. M&A yana daga cikin abin da ba ma yi, ba ma monitoring and evaluating our successes, but wannan kawai kana yin sa ne idan dama ka san where you are going. If you have your destination, you can be able to monitor your movement. For instance, you want to go to that place, definitely akwai distractions, akwai problems a hanya, kana tafiya somebody take you here. If it take you 1 hour to go there, it will end up taking you what? 2 hours ko kuma kai wasting unnecessary resources. So we need this one. We have PDI, we have stakeholder analysis, which I have explained earlier on. Now, the next one is as an exercise as well. Have a clear definition of what you want to do. Develop a workable plan. Start small. Identify and engage like-minded people. Keep doing. Make documentations. Wannan na dora shi ne akan wayannan problems da kuka identify na community. Kowanne zaka iya masa wannan. Kai defining din problem din clearly using wannan street analysis din. Do you get it? Do you get my point? Ka zo ka yi ko sannan da need assessment ɗin kai zaka iya clearly defining problem na. Sannan the next one, develop a work plan. Wannan zaka iya developing ne idan kai SWOT analysis ɗinka. Ka san inventory ɗinka, sannan in dai kana son ka ci nasara shine you start small. Karka damu da an ce Bill Gates yanzu yana controlling duniya saboda yana bada kuɗi. You can become the next Bill Gates a harkar interventions. And keep doing. Kai identify like-minded people, mutanen da za ku iya sharing, ba lallai your best friend ɗinka ba. Like-minded may be third best friend ɗinka ko somebody else. And you keep doing, za ka ta samun problems kawai kai ta yi. Kwanan Wasu ya faɗa ya ce, Habul amali ilallah ko? Adwamuha wa in qal. Ko da ɗan ƙarami ne, an ce drop ne yake making ocean. Win-win mentality, selflessness is the most rewarding act of selfishness. The more you give without expectation of returns, the more you get from most unexpected sources. So idan kana ba mutane baka expected return, wannan ba san kan da yake shi wannan a duniya. Saboda kai ma zaka ringa samu baka ma sani ba. Do you get it? Kawai wani yazo ya saka a wata harka ka je ka fita da fitarka without any problem. If you're not making someone else's life better, then you are wasting your time. Your life will become better by making other people's lives better. This is a covenant that I want us all to take. Kar ka zama mugu. Duk inda ka je ka zama wayayye, kana zuwa kawai ka ringa leƙen opportunities. A makaranta ne, a wajen aiki ne, a hanya ne, kawai ka ga wace dama ce take nan. Idan ma kai ba za ka iya ba to inform others. Ka ce kai wani naga kana da potentials ɗin kaza, ko a wajen aiki ne ka ce naga za a ɗebi mutane masu irin abu kaza, da Allah ka faɗa a KSA a saka a platform a nemi yaran da za su yi kaza. Ko kuma kai ka san skills ɗin da ake bukata specifically a wajen nan, ka zo ka ce a tara maka yara uku da kai training ɗinsu. Ba za ka iya ba su aikin ba, amma ka ba su ingredient ɗin da za su iya mi riska wannan abin da shi. You inform them of the opportunities and you pursue path to greatness. Kar ka taɓa zama ƙaramin mutum. Akwai hadisin manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam da yake cewa al-mu'min al-qawi khairun wa habbu ila Allah min al-da'if ko wa fi kullin khair ihris ala ma yanfa'uka wa la ta'jaz ko idan ka samu problem ma hukuma ga Allah, kar kuma ka ringa cewa da nayi kaza. What this hadith is saying is that stronger Muslim is more beloved to Allah than a weaker one. Ha a makaranta in dan ajin ku yafi ka CGPA yafi ka har a wajen Allah. Sai dan ba dan Allah yake karatun ba, rayuwar musulmi ai ibada ce. In dai kana yi ne saboda ka taimaki al'umma, ka taimaki kanka, Allah in yafi ka CGPA yafi ka har Allah, har wajen Allah. Wannan shi kuma ai rabansa na duniya ne, ba ana bashi iska yana sha ba. Yana cin abinci, yana lafiya. So you have to pursue. Musulunci abin da yake so shine baya son ya gan kowa a nan a ƙasa. Do you get it? Lokacin da cikin sahabbai an ce akwai asharatul mubashirun bil janna ko? Gaba ɗayan su mutum ɗaya ne bai yi kuɗi na gaske ba. Amma duk gaba ɗaya tara multimillionaires ne. So kai laifin me kai ba za ka dage ba. So kar wanda ya kuma maganar aiki yanzu na a cikin ku a maganar state government, in za ku yi duk gaba ɗayan ku so muke ku je ku ɗauko ayyukan da za a ringa baka akalla miliyan 1 kai haƙuri da ita, ka ci 300 ka turo katagun 200 rago ka ringa investing. Do you get my point? Ko ka je ka nemo mana partnership ko a Ingila ko a America ko a Germany ka kawo su investing ana. If that is not your thinking, you are a poor man. Wassalamu alaikum.
Please, and do the agenda. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, that has been the presentation by Engineer Muhammad Salisu Kabir on giving back to the community. I failed to mention, Mr. Chairman, in absentia, that Engineer Muhammad Salisu Kabir is the Amir, Muslim Student Society of Nigeria. Mr. President, no wonder who, Kano State. Currently, right now, they are having the Kano State Islamic Vacation Course, the IVC. But even as the Amir, he took his time to be with us here in Azare since yesterday. And I think for that, he deserves a special prayer and an applause. We were with him yesterday night when one of the big men in Nigeria, a very senior executive, called him, informing him of his intention to be at the closing ceremony in Kano today, even though he is here in Kano. So we can see the sacrifice he made to be with us. We thank you very much, Engineer, for the efforts. The next item on the agenda, sir, is the me ake kiran su ne? Allah ta dauke. Feedback. Feedback. Recommendations. Feedbacks from the participants. Just 3 in 2 minutes. Anybody with something to say about the presentation so far? Okay, I can see 1, 2, 3. Fine, thank you. Okay, yes. It's okay. Thank you. It's noted. Is the second person? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Comrade Abubakar Ibrahim Adam. I'm the current PRO to the Katagun Student Association. In a nutshell, I want to use this opportunity in order to send a kind of thanksgiving to the facilitators of this very good initiatives, Mr. Nawar and his brother. Thank you very much. In fact, we have learned a lot from your explanations, and inshallah, all the suggestions, or advices, we will try as much as possible to see that we even take some of the advices and use it. Inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kamal. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Ambassador Yakubu Tijani Aminu. I want to suggest about regarding to community contributors. As you said, you mentioned one name, Abdullah Abdul Wahab. As you said that he is posting in Facebook when he sees a particular problem in the society, and then within the short period of time, they will solve the problem by sending him a money, 1,000, 2,000, and the rest. But my suggestion is that nowadays, when you post something on Facebook or at Facebook, you may hear something calling you like scammer and the rest. And then, particularly in your personal life, when you buy a new shirt or new something, they will hear something like Yachukudu Makame and the rest. So that is the problem nowadays. So,
thank you very much, Ambassador. I trust Engineer may respond to that. Okay, so let's take the third one.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Abubakar Shirama Shekaro by name. And I really want to appreciate KSA for this wonderful organization because since from the beginning of this program, actually, I do have my own personal thoughts and personal inspirations. So due to this program, actually, I have found myself to change some of those goals and then those of my ambitions. I really appreciate you for that. And so many things have been said, and then I really want the organizers of this program to give a chance to at least the scholars that we have here to make a kind of clarification, to give reasons or some Quranic and prophetic traditions that will make us, that will at least ginger us the most, because most has been said, as engineers have said them, and most of the things that my brother just said, that if you used to post things and so forth and so on and so forth. We do have so many things, and we have almost everything in life, because we are having the Quran. We have in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have said, مَا فَرَقْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. We have not left anything undiscussed. So we have scholars here that they will purify our own hearts. We do have a lot. Fama bin Imat Rabika Hadith is there, but the way we are showing the things that we have, it's what matters. We don't use it with the pure mind. So please, you have to notice this, and you have to give the opportunity to those of our own scholars so that they can say a word or two, so that they can ginger us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade Shrama. So, Mr. Chairman, may we take one more? Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. All protocol observed, good afternoon or evening. So, I'm highly impressive with this program. So, what I can say here is over to you or over to us, undergraduate and graduate students, because the presenters or the scholars have said a lot that can change our mind into a positive way. So the graduate student and undergraduate student, we are expecting to see change from you from now to some few months or sometimes after, because so many advice, especially about the development, community development, have been told by the presenters. So we are expecting to see changes from our youth, because most of our youth now, they want to earn without pain. So if we think, and what the scholars have said already, we can change our communities with what we can help the future generation, because now we have a little that we can use to change our generation. So I thank you all.
Thank you very much. That has been the feedback and recommendations. I trust engineer will respond to one. Sir, I have an answer. The next item on the agenda is the post-training evaluation. We did an evaluation at the beginning in the morning. We asked some questions manually. And maybe by that time, the brain behind digital KSA was not there. So we did it manually. But now that he is back, it's there on the KSA portal. You just please log on and fill the form. Only those forms that are submitted. It will take you just 2 minutes. We use the forms for the certificate distribution. So you please fill out the form. It will take you 2 minutes. ksanational.com/evaluation. You Google it and it will take you directly to the form. ksanational.com/evaluation. You fill out the post-evaluation. And, sir, you may wish to respond to that.
Yes. That's why we said you need to be patient and persevere. definitely you will have naysayers and people that whatsoever you do, they are going to accuse you. If you remain idle, that's wancan dan iska ne ya gama makaranta karatun nasa ma bai da amfani. If you move out, kaje kana ta nema da gasken gaske, za su ce maka wancan ya zaki. So what you should concentrate on shine kawai goal ɗinka. You get my point? I gave an example na wannan, what do you call it? Ba dan na cire ba da kun gani. Yanda ake son ka rayu so ake ka zama kana da focus kamar eagle. Kun taba ganin eagle tana farauta? Baka taba gani ba? I will show the picture ka gani. To haka ake son ka zama. Kawai abin da kake kallo, that is your target. Duk wani mai distraction, leave him, ya je surutansa, you shouldn't care. And if you want to avoid that shine, bayan ka yi persistent, sannan ya zamanto a ce kana da high level na integrity. Idan aka yi ɗaya, biyu, uku, in aka yi publish report. Do you get my point? Even though wasu ba sa son sunansu ya fito, but idan aka yi inda a Facebook ka yi, duk kuɗin da ka karɓa, ka rubuta suka cewa an turo kaza, amma mutum baya son a faɗi sunansa ya gaya maka, don't publish his name. But ka rubuta ka ce an samu kaza akan abin da muka yi kaza kaza kaza, you write all the money that you got. Do you get my point? Ka rabu da mai cewa cin kuɗin kake. Ga kuɗin da aka yi, transparency, inda kana wannan duk surutun wani ma idan ya je inda ya je nan za a zage shi a ce dan iska ne shi. But duk abin da kai, people will what? Talk about it. Don't mind them. Ya zama to a ce you are transparent, sannan da accountability. You get through with it. Sannan za su zo masu bi ka. Insha Allah.
Thank you, sir. Madam, Dr. Nawara, we want to say a word.
Assalamu alaikum. Na dawo dai. So the issue is, kamar yadda muka ce, ku yi karatu. In ka gama karatu, ka ci gaba da karatu. To shi ne rayuwarka ta canza. Amma the only thing yanzu da za ku fara yi, number one, muna da digital KSA ba? So a muku training na computer. Ya za ku rabuwa scammers din? Do you get it? And we need KSA and digital IT man to develop a database whereby each and every graduate can register his name. We can still use KSA to gain the network for you. Do you get it? Maybe if we need somebody in quick notice, we can what? Query the database, find the person, suitable person, and what? Give his CV to the people that need it. Do you get it? So please, kowa mai da kansa. In sai wannan danna wayar da kake, wallahi you can earn millions in a month. Wallahi. Kun gane? You can earn millions. Ba za ka use ma naira ban ka fara wannan. Saboda kana wannan freelancing da nake faɗa muku, they can pay you in dollars. Do you get it? Each dollar is 500 plus. And they can pay you, maybe you can do freelance, each day you can get $200 or thereabout. What is the value of $1? It's 520. So if you if you multiply 520 by 20 or 200, it's a lot of money. 2 times 5, it's around 100,000. So you can earn more than 100,000 if you have legitimate money, not scam money. Do you get it? So, are you karatu? Regardless of the course you read in the university, are you karatu? Ba art, ba science. Nan muna magana sai ku ce yan science ne. Ba art, ba science, akwai opportunities. Allah ba mu sa. Then addu'a ko shi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nawar Waziri. Mr. Chairman, sir, with your permission, I would invite you for your remarks. It ought to be an opening remark, but now possibly a closing remark. But the chairman's remark is fundamental, and